Okay. Hello, I'm Lorraine Fire, and today I'll be starting to paint strawberries in this bottle. Hopefully it turns out well. You never know. Don't spray at me. Paint go in. And then all at once. I forgot the paper towels. Where are the paper towels? Get that out of my way. Bring that closer. That's 3-0. Won't need that until I'm doing the seeds. I think I want... You're too long. Also too long. What about you? That should work for the strawberries. No, I think I want white. The beginnings of flowers. I need to clean these bottles at some point. Where to start? That should work. Let's go up higher. Onto the neck of the bottle. How many strawberries am I going to be able to fit on here? Most of these are for sale already. They're on my Square shop. And one has actually already been bought. The Phoenix has already been bought. By one of my friends, actually. Put one here. There's weird blank spots, and then there's seems to be too much in other areas. That's always how this turns out. And I just keep filling it in. Somewhere on this bottom. Here. Hello! I don't know if anyone's actually there, if it's just saying it's me. But welcome. That's better. Let's figure out where I'm going to put the flowers. And then do the second layer of the red. Strawberry flowers. And they're usually white with yellow in the middle. Not shopping, I want images. Stop adding new things. There are red ones. They're fairly basic flowers. Most of them are 5 petals. There we go. Little sets of 5 circles. Well, bigger than my normal ones, which are just dots. Little white circles. And it's like where to put everything. It's like I don't want it overcrowded. But I want it filled. At this rate, it looks like the strawberries are going to need more layers than the flowers. Anywhere else? I think we might be fine. Maybe. This area seems awfully blank. No putting my fingers in the paint. That's better. And the trip I was going to go on with the 4th has been canceled. Surprisingly, not due to the pandemic. It's actually been canceled because of a windstorm and too much damage. Which seems kind of ironic, actually. Do I need to get a different paintbrush? What is in here? Cat hairs and dust particles. Paintbrush, you're gonna get replaced. I'm not even painting hard. These brushes are way too stiff if you're pulling away paint when I'm not even painting hard. I guess it's gonna be you. Not the kind of brush I was going for, but oh well. when I'm painting lightly, the brush should not be pulling away that much paint. It gets super frustrating. Not in the water yet. So during this last week, some stuff got done here at the house, and so the spray styrofoam insulation stuff makes quite a big mess. Or at least it can. It got in my hair. Ended up cutting off a good 6 inches of my hair. Highly annoying. And my haircut's kind of weird. I mean, it looks fine. Except it's actually in layers because I had it in a high ponytail and we just cut straight across. Lost more hair than I would have liked, but probably close to what it should have been to get rid of all the split ends. I'm just frustrated by it. Okay, are these dry enough for me to fix the paint? Looks like it. Okay, back to the white. You can actually start seeing the red of the strawberries. The first layer was so thin you couldn't really see them. It was really difficult. Okay, where's an area of mostly dry flowers? Looks like I'm gonna start over here. What the stuff? Stay out of my paint. I know it's just dry paint, but still. The hell? How much is in there? And bubbles. Paint's low for the amount of bubbles that stayed. There we go. I don't know if I've ever announced it on here, but there are links to my Patreon, and there should be to my website and my Square Shop as well in the description. Admittedly, it's not much of a description, but at least it's something. I'm not very good at coming up with the descriptions. And creativity does not really go to writing. I personally think I kind of suck at writing. But I can draw, paint, sew. The sewing was mostly self-taught. Fingers should not be going in paint. That ruins things. Didn't even realize I was that close to the strawberry. Filling in flowers. One more. And then back to the strawberries. It's kind of thick though. It's still damp. Stay. No doing that weird wobbly thing. Not allowed. What do I have up here? Okay. Okay. Curious. It's like, I don't remember what other settings are possible on here, and it's like, I'm still new to this. So what all is actually on and off? And is it how I want it to be? Oh good, I have strawberries that are dry enough to put more paint on. I'm planting the layers of the strawberries, the flowers, the main layers. And possibly the first layer of the like the leaves on the strawberry itself. What'd I touch? Apparently nothing. Felt like I'd accidentally touched something. Much more visible. It's probably going to be another layer to this hint red though after this. Might be good on the white though. There we go. Come on. It's always hard trying to remember to keep talking, even while I'm working on this. It just feels so weird. I'm not sure what else to talk about right now. Why is it low? It shouldn't be. Alright, what's going on? Can I fix it? Settings. I have it set for the correct thing. It's just... why is it being weird? Does that help? I don't know if that helps. Can I close this? Can I close this without screwing things up? Apparently. What is going on? Why did that flip? Computer, don't do weird things. I don't know if I can fix this. Go away. I don't want to update. I wonder why it does that. That's interesting. Oh, so now it's healthy. You just did weird stuff for a couple of minutes. Why were you doing weird stuff for a couple of minutes? Don't do that! I don't like you saying that there's weird stuff going on and I don't know what to do! I'm new to this! Let's try... Let's go with you. There's textures I'm not sure I want in my flowers, and I suspect it's the paintbrush. Okay. Not doing weird things, stream? Because I don't appreciate it. So I think I mentioned in a previous stream that I've been playing Breath of the Wild. I have finally gotten all the shrines. And now I'm going to work on getting those special armor pieces graded. And see how well it is. Maybe I'll wear that to fight Ganon. But also wearing that cap, it looks hilarious with how it moves. It's kind of like a windsock. And it just moves and jiggles in so many weird different directions, and it's hilarious. Or at least I think it's hilarious. And so apparently the Master Sword can fire energy beams. Kinda cool. I've never used it. Definitely something I'm gonna want to check out. Maybe against one of the Flying Guardians. Now, between the Armor of the Wild, which was that gift from the monks for finishing all the different shrines, that it's Link's traditional outfit, and the Champion's Tunic, I think the blue Champion's Tunic actually looks better. Just appearance-wise. And what the hell? Seriously? What's with the chunky paint? I don't want chunks. No chunks. Not allowed. And I've got a campaign set out for the 4th Blight. There is more that we know about it for canon than I thought we did when I started figuring that out. But I still want to do the 4th Blight. So much happens during that. This is the tabletop RPG that I'm talking about right now. And I've got 4 characters set up. One is my character slash the backup slash like backup for when if they die before they're supposed to. And also the fact that I don't want just 2 mages and a rogue. I kind of feel that without a warrior, things could potentially go bad. They kind of want to keep their tank and not have one of the mages or the rogue acting as the tank when they're not supposed to and they don't want to. Even more important. That should be good for the flowers. Those are the most wet, these are the most dry. I've got it figured out, and the main people, the ones that actually helped stop the Blight and were in charge of all that, Garahel and Isaiah, apparently there's actually a whole comic for them during the 4th Blight. I have them set up, and I spent the time getting them all the way up to level 20. The book actually only goes up to level 20. I know the games, you can get all the way up to level at least 27. So I figured out all the way up to level 30 what to add. Some of those levels, because I don't really like using the stunt points. I think they're annoying. So it's, what do you want to try to do? Depending upon what you want to do, depends upon how high you have to roll. But you can do pretty much whatever you want. You want to go jump, leap into the air, do several flips, and then land on something's back and stab them in the head? You can do that. You're going to have to roll for it pretty freaking high. But you can do it. More paint there than I wanted. That's better. So yeah, I don't like using stunt points. Almost done. I think this might be the last layer of red. Yay! I didn't just splash red somewhere, did I? Hate it when that happens. And the Dragon Age tabletop RPG is both complicated and simple all at the same time. You're only supposed to use actually 3d6. That's it. 2 of them the same color, 1 of them different. I'm so used to a d20 that it's just weird and complicated to me. And considering the description and everything for the Arcane Lands, they have it so that you're supposed to be doing like a standard ranged attack, like with the bow or a throwing knife. That doesn't make any sense to me with magic, especially when I know in the games it's an automatic hit. So I have it's an automatic hit. Once you get higher level, it doesn't do much damage comparatively. Unless you get everything upgraded to where you need it to be. Why is my hair bothering me? There we go. How will this green show up against everything else? Okay, you're the driest. Now it looks like an apple. That's not good. That looks better. It'll look even better once the once the seeds are on there. Because at the moment it still looks a bit like an apple with 4 leaves. Once those little black dots are all over it, it should make it better. Okay. Maybe I'll do a second set of second layer of green before this is over. Little swoops. There's 2 leaves. You know the leaves usually lay on the strawberry? I just didn't want to do that. That was bigger than I meant it to be. Oh well. Not too big. Little swoopy leaves. Or at least that seems to be pretty much the action I'm making with the brush. So I think the next thing I'm going to draw in that sketchbook that I've been putting, well, all those guys in and then ripping them out, you can only sort of see them. Okay. Where's my coatl? There's my coatl. I just want my coatl. Then I've been putting these guys in. I'm contemplating doing Anubis. The Egyptian god Anubis. With the scales of justice. Did I finish that one? I did. But the Egyptian god Anubis with the scales of justice. The feather Mot in one. Human heart in the other. That'll be complicated. I've never drawn a lifelike human heart. And then the feather of Mot in the other. With Ammit, I'm thinking down below. The Devourer. I think the harder part will be figuring out what exact shade of his skin tone I want to do. Like, it has to be some shade of brown. He's an Egyptian god. I'm just contemplating if it should be a brown so dark it's almost actually black. And I've pulled up a bunch of pictures. And I've just been trying to find what the Egyptians, some of the original Egyptian work in, like the Book of the Dead and such, about what did they do for him. Like, he has a jackal head. That's outright black. The rest seem to be more of a warm brown. No pulling paint away. Ammit will be interesting, considering the crocodile head, for the most part, with the mane of a lion and front half of a lion for the body, and the rear end of a hippo. I mean, most dangerous animals known to the ancient Egyptians, that I'm aware of at least. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's such a weird combination. That'll probably be hard. Especially when... I don't think I've ever drawn a crocodile before. Or a hippo. Or at least not on purpose. Admittedly, that was... the horse that ended up looking way more like a hippo was all the way back in, like, first, second grade. It's an old picture. And I think I put it on a shirt. Or is it more recent than that? Either way, it's old. Considering where I would have done it, the approximate... I think I actually remember the location alright. Maybe not the specifics, but what it looked like. Which would mean the other side. Minimum 18 years ago. But I'm pretty sure I was closer to like 8 or 9 or younger. So, that horse, I think it was supposed to be a Pegasus. Did I put wings on that thing? It was... That was not a horse. Horses are hard, actually. And make sure it actually looks like a horse. Instead of, this could be any large animal with 4 legs. Are you sure it's not a cow? It's like, no, it has a mane. Are you sure that's a mane? Horses are just difficult. In general. I finally got the outline of a horse. Actually fairly well. Drawing it over and over again. Until I was finally happy. And it actually looks like a horse. And I did that last year. The animal I draw the most are cats. So the front half of the body of a mitt shouldn't be that difficult. It's the crocodile head and the hippo behind. That'll be interesting. I think I'm almost done for today. Probably another layer of green next time, but that'll probably be it. The black for the seeds, the yellow for the centers of the flowers, another layer of green. And I think that'll be good. Give me a moment. Sketchbook. Not this sketchbook, the other sketchbook. Yeah, the horse I was talking, the latest horse. I have no idea where the other one is. That took so long to get right down here. I don't even know if you can see it well. That took so long to get right. Horses are really hard to get actually everything correct. It's okay in there. Not the best, but it's not a great camera either. It's the webcam attached to my laptop, so that's all it is. But anyway, here's the strawberries in the bottle. So next time it'll probably be another layer of green on the leaves, the little black seeds, the yellow in the middle of the flowers, and maybe some glitter. I haven't decided if I'm putting glitter paint on here. And that's it. So, I'm Lorraine Fire. This is the bottle I was working on today. And for part 1 for the strawberry dessert wine bottle. So, goodbye.